Welcome everyone to Columbia, South Carolina, and welcome to ESPN College Basketball. You're watching the SEC on ESPN on the first Saturday in March. Number 17 Kentucky taking on the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Kitchen us into the first row almost. Dakari Johnson wheeling to the bucket and one. That was a big boy move by Dakari Johnson, the freshman out of Brooklyn.
Kentucky the last two ball games from the two-point part of the floor. And Dakari Johnson that time does a good job of making sure that And South Carolina again, they get off at the three-point line. Kentucky has to chase them off the three-point line all night long.
Long jumper by Young is good. Kentucky not a great three-point shooting team. By Kitchenis. To play the ball screen well, Dwayne Notice has checked into the ball game. Olsen missing the three ball. Great offensive rebound, and that's what the Big Blue Nation does. They pound you on the offensive glass.
Better than anyone in the country. How high they lifted, it becomes a 4-round one.
Notice swings it around Thornwell. The little drive and kick. Notice on the drive. Met resistance and rejected by Cauley-Stein. Numbers the other way. Harrison with the Euro step and a nice left-handed finish. There was an inadvertent whistle, it looked like. More look.
I'm not sure what the whistle was for, unless Mike Nance was just wanting to make sure that Willie Cauley-Stein was okay on the other end.
Thornwell got to go with it. The floater short. And rebounded by Julius Randle, who has yet to score in this game still. Young fires away and knocks down the mid-range shot. He has 5 points, 6 rebounds, though. On pace for a double-double. Has 15 of them coming in, and that's going to be a technical foul. Kevin Fair lit up Calipari with a tee. Calipari livid about something there on the sidelines.
It might be an accumulation of stuff. It's sometimes how officials look at it. Because John Calipari's been on them about what he feels like his contact on one end is not being called equally on the other. Now, and level that guy off and not allow Williams to get to the rim.
That was a heck of a shot. Thornwell into traffic. Rejected by Cauley-Stein. Harrison.
Kentucky's last field goal was at the 7:45 mark of the first half.
That's goaltending. He should have just left that. Carrera a little overzealous that time by Cauley-Stein. And here's Harrison. His twin, and he makes the shot on the baseline. Tough shot by Aaron Harrison. Harrison, another tough contested shot. And rebounded by Harrison.
How many times has Kentucky taken the ball right into 2 or 3 white jerseys in this game?
A couple times right there. Randall got ripped by Dwayne Notice, the freshman out of Toronto, with the steal. And John Calipari just got run out of the building. He won't be around to see the end of this one. You figure South Carolina is going to be a little extra patient and deliberate on offense?
Yeah, should be.
Carrera blocked by Poitras with 8 on the shot clock, and Frank Martin off the bench, actually on the court.
Over the next 7:24 and give themselves a chance.
If you're just joining us, South Carolina led by 3 going into the break. Here's Harrison for 3, and here come the Wildcats, down by just 7 now. John Calipari ejected from the game moments ago. Back up to 9. This zone defense has really confounded Kentucky at times, but Dakari Johnson with some bully ball on Yekevicius for the bucket. At our games coming up next: Iowa State, Kansas State, UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis, and Kansas, Oklahoma State coming up at 9 o'clock. Young got the 3 ball, and it's a 4-point game with plenty of time.
Reversal against the zone. Boom, there's Willie Cauley-Stein. Spreads out now, it's 2-on-1 on the weak side. And that put Thornwell in a bad position. He had to come at the basketball, and Young dials it up. Very nice job by Robick to see what he wanted to get done.
Throw shooter, lead up to 6. Under 3.5 to go.
A little bit of full court token pressure just to slow Kentucky down to give them even less time to work with in the half court.
Harrison gets free on the Cauley-Stein screen and hits the three. Great call from the sideline and a great bit of execution. That might be the cleanest run play they've had all day.
3 times against this zone is just using a simple ball screen. And remember the last time Thornwell didn't come and attack the ball, he was more concerned about Young. Well, this time, there it is. He gets attracted to Young, and now it's Harrison that jumps up and sticks it. So that ball screen of Willie Cauley-Stein up top is something that Frank Martin's going to have to address. Does he change his pass?
Randall on the switch, guarding Notice. Kentucky switching a lot of things out on the edges there, Jimmy.
And that's what they do. They trust their size to guard the basketball.
8 on the shot clock. Somebody's got to go soon. Thornwell, why not? Wild hook shot, and the tip good by Yakevicius.
And that's the issue when you switch out like that. Sometimes it doesn't show up with a throw to the low post. It throws up with the inability to keep size off of the backboard.
Young from deep. Got it! A huge shot by James Young. And a timeout called by Kentucky. That's their last timeout.
Side and taking out the leg strength of the big. And then the answer, boom. Kentucky's been a quick shot team all game long in their head.
South Carolina leading by 3. Looking to end their 15-game losing streak against ranked opponents. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Got the same switch-out problem, so the size at the rim takes over. Well done by South Carolina.
Yakevicius with a huge bucket. And Frank Martin wants to set his defense here.
What has Frank Martin done to the switch
last year? Harrison into the front court. And a turnover by Young. And Williams with possession and a foul by Harrison. Error and turnover, as we've seen all night. Williams, the best foul shooter in the conference. More if he makes this one, which he does. 7-point lead. Who would have thought when the day started that South Carolina would be in this position right now with time winding down on number 17 Kentucky, a 3-ball good. It's a 4-point game.
No timeout, so they're going to have to get done.
And a steal, Poitras inside, Randall fouled and won miraculously. Unbelievable and implausible. Right back in it with 22 ticks to go.
Well, the 3-point shot goes down, and then Julius Randall. He closed out the game against LSU with a similar play right in front of the rim. But again, Kentucky doesn't make that kind of play probably the first 30 minutes of this game. Just the last 10 has their try level gone to a level that they can come back.
Seconds ago, it was a 3-possession game. Thornwell fouled by Harrison. Even if he makes both, Kentucky will still have a shot to tie it with a 3. Here for Thornwell. And he calmly knocks down the first. Thornwell. 3-point game. And Frank Martin wants to set his defense. Remaining.
There's your answer. Frank Martin, just a little bit of pressure will slow Harrison down as he brings it up. Going to work off of a horn series.
I wonder if they're going to try and foul. No, Young inside the line for 3. Short. Loose ball out of bounds. South Carolina basketball.
Good defense by South Carolina to know that James Young was going to be primary option number 1. They just have to go get open. The game's on the line. Can you get yourself open?
Got to cut hard. Out of bounds. And the foul is going to go against Kentucky on a push. There's a pushing foul. Williams with 22 points. He's gone 13 of 14 from the line. And it's nothing but strings. And it might be time to set it off. Williams, good. Pointing skyward, giving thanks.
For a full 40 minutes and fight you every possession, and their half-court offense has a ton of work to do over the next couple of weeks.
And a foul called against the Wildcats to punctuate the type of day that it's been for them. Season 4th conference win and their first win against a ranked opponent in 16 tries. Frank Martin, Gamecocks take a bow.
Well, the security didn't work too well, did it, partner?
They need a better rope.
Well, for South Carolina, you take down Kentucky, maybe it is worth a $25,000 fine.
Frank Martin's team with their biggest win in about 2 years. 72-67 the final score. It's Gamecocks tonight.